What if the law is low-key in support of crepe? It doesn't sound very far-fetched in a country like this when the punishments for the crime are either non-existent or incredibly lax. We have documented evidence, rape kids, all that, and surveillance footage, but then the teachers who do it still have immunity within their schools, and people are still allowed to go to work and they are pretty much unscathed. Plus, they're allowed in environments with other children. Why is that? Do you really think that if the country genuinely was against the issue or saw it as an issue, then they would be treating it like this? And on top of that, the rejection of the petition, that petition could have been a catalyst to having better security for the streets, having better punishments for the rapists, and having better therapy and counseling services for the victims who actually suffer from this. But no, load shedding is a disaster. Load shedding, which is something that people can easily avoid by freaking turning off their lights when they're not using them. But did you know that it's even easier to avoid crepe? Okay, or you have it's easy. What I mean by that is it's easy for a person simply to not rape another person. However, it's more difficult for somebody for the victim to not end up being in that specific circumstance, because you know why? It can be by a trusted friend, a family member, a freaking teacher at that, a police officer, a doctor. So crepe is definitely a disaster because it's more unavoidable. Schools are freaking at some school they expelled a student for tearing their exam paper. They expelled them for doing that. But tell me why the rapists are still allowed on campus. Could the high exposure that we have to GBV be benefiting a higher up as a way for them to exercise sovereignty and power over us, since they live in more secure places and we don't?